So I want to ask a question and would love to know your feedback. So when we look at spiritual fairs, so there's been an absolute boom in spiritual fairs within the kind of whole of Scotland, especially kind of across the central belt. There is loads of different, markets, but a lot of them are geared towards spiritual stuff. So there's lots of spiritual markets and fairs and meetup spaces and whatever else. Now, I believe personally the amount of opportunity that there are for the general public to receive healing, whether it be through a reading or a treatment or buying a crystal or, a set of oracle cards for a family friend or whatever. I believe all of that is so important to have and so valid. And I think it's really, really important that we remember that is part of what it's all about, is about helping people heal in some form. But my question to you is, when people do development within spirituality, a lot of people can get to a point where they start doing fairs, and so they believe that that's the peak of themselves. Well, I don't know if they believe that, but they kind of just peak and don't get any better because they then stop training, because then it becomes less about doing development, because in their mind, without them realising they're in their own ego, and in their mind they're doing fairs. So then by doing fairs, what then happens is they move into a mindset of, well, I'm doing fairs, I'm busy, I'm sold out, and so because of that, I'm amazing. And what they don't realise is the ego is in play. Listen, it's been many, many times over my career that I've not realised my ego has been in play, and then I then get a bit of a reality check in one way or another and go, oh, okay, that's not what I meant. So anyway, my point is, do you as the general public think that people who do fairs, when they are doing readings for you, especially for private readers, this is really geared at that, do you think that them reaching that level and then never pushing themselves to train and develop more, do you think that is what you would expect? So simplifying that question is, do you think that when you book an appointment for a one-to-one reading with someone, that the level that they reach is only that level of doing a fair and them never doing any more development? Do you think that is something that you would expect, or would you expect them to continue to grow and develop? So I'm going to put it in an even different understanding. If you have your normal job and you go and you do training throughout any industry in the world, there are new things that are implemented all the time that we have to then train and do modules on and whatever. So why is it in that industry we're constantly held to regulation and checks, whereas people who do fairs and reach that level, they then don't push themselves any further? So answers on a postcard, please.